Hey YouTube, happy Women's History Month. A bit late, I know, but I can't think of a better way to celebrate than to talk about my favorite women in anime. Now, this list isn't in a particular order except for the last one. That one is just my favorite. Doesn't mean one is better than the other to me, it's just number one is the one I think is the coolest. And if there's someone you think is more deserving of any of these spots, let me know down in the comments. But let's go ahead and get into this. So, before my five, I kind of feel like there needs to be some honorable mentions or two. So, I'm gonna probably do those first. The first one I like, but don't feel like she was like in my top five, is Stars and Stripes. Her quirk is amazing, and she's super strong and creative with her power. But my issue is she didn't get a lot of screen time to the point that I feel like she wouldn't really feel right to put her in the top five. My next honorable mention is going to go to Kikoro from Kaiju number 8. She did kind of get on my nerves at the beginning of the anime, but she grew on me, and she has way more screen time than Stars and Stripes. But I don't think the anime has been aired long enough to give her enough time for her to grow into one of my favorites. So, not yet, but I do have my eye on her. The way the story is going, I'm expecting great things out of her. But with them out of the way, time to get into the actual top 5. And I feel it could be criminal not to have her here. I feel like she can go higher. But like I said, this isn't in any order. And it's Mereoleona Vermilion. She came into the show and just kind of stole all the light from her brothers. And rightfully so. I'm a fan of anyone that doesn't judge and only cares about the results. And her character, I mean that for Asta mainly because she's royal but doesn't really give a crap about all that. As long as you can fight and hold your own, she cool with you. She also introduced a lot of new tiers of magic that we wasn't exactly acquainted with, like Monozone and whatnot. And the way she uses her fire is so untraditionally cool. She's not the basic throw fireball and has a hot head personality like the usual fire anime character trope. Well, I mean, she does do those things, but she actually is pretty cool headed and calculated underneath a lot of the stuff that she spouts out in the show, and has a few support spells to boot. I'm not going to go too deep into it because I might slip up on some manga spoilers, so we're just going to leave it at that. Next, we got to talk about Jolyne Cujoh. She is my next pick. I have been a big fan of JoJo's for a hot minute now. I say that in like the first 3 seasons on Netflix, I kind of like binge watched the whole thing when COVID hit. And so basically I had nothing but time. So I watched it start to finish and got way more invested than I really should have. And then when they dropped that new season with a female lead in Florida, I was like, yeah, this finna go hard. And while Josuke is my favorite Joestar so far, Jolyne is such a good pick. If you choose her because she doesn't have like super OP stands that can heal and stop time like a lot of her relatives, she is still pretty up there if you ask me. She might not be as powerful, but her will and fighting capabilities and smarts is really what keep her up there. She has to be super resourceful with her stand, stone free, that is literally made of thread. And not to mention her combat IQ is pretty nice. Even if she sat at a disadvantage, you won't catch her duck in any phase. And I wish she could have got an extra season, but you know, that's just how JoJo's go. But after her, I think we're gonna have to go with Alicia from Clevitus. It's a pretty new anime. I don't know if a lot of you have watched it yet, but if you haven't seen it, I definitely give it a shot if I were you. I was just checking it out when I saw it on Crunchyroll, and yeah, it is pretty new. It released July 2nd, 2025, so it's a fairly new anime. But Alicia is one of those characters that has a lot of grit to her. She's not afraid to get the job done. She's not like some damsel in distress waiting to be saved. 9 times out of 10, she's probably doing the saving. And she has everything a person needs to be a legit main character. So I really think she is the main character, even though I'm pretty sure the main character is Clevitus. But I'm really rocking with her. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. This next one is probably one of the easier characters to claim as one of my favorites, and that's Frieren. I've never seen a character written like her. She's not your traditional female of all the archetypes that you've seen in most shows recently. To my knowledge, she's not some cliche tomboy or a hothead or overly mean for no reason. She's just a chill girl who's learning how important life is to the things around her. She's not some slouch either. She's probably one of the most strongest maids I've ever seen in anime. And to be honest, I don't think we've seen her go all out. And all just to say that some people may see her show is a bit slow, and it's not enough combat, but I disagree. The pacing is slow sometimes, but it's usually for a good reason, and it has plenty of funny moments and beautiful fights, with plenty of choreography in those fights. Definitely should have got Anime of the Year. And at my number 1 spot, now that I've listed the rest, I think number 2 could have been number 1, but we're here now. And that person is Erza Scarlet from Fairy Tail. I grew up with this anime. Erza had never let me down. She has a great backstory and has a goated part of the main cast. Her magic to me at the time was, it was pretty unique. Like at the time, I didn't know anyone that could re-equip anything with like re-equip magic, didn't even know that was a thing. And it's not just like a few things. Erza has over 100 suits of armor available to equip. And I don't know how many weapons, but it doesn't really matter because her armor that she summons, one of them summons swords. And the best part is she can mix and match the armors and swords that are supposed to be a set. But her real magic isn't even the re-equip, it's her swordsmanship. She can pretty much just about use any sword and is flawless with it. But what I like about her the most is her devotion to her family at the guild. She really should have her own guild by now. She was guild master for a little bit. She just got in the way of it. I don't know, but I don't want to turn this into a Erza Scarlet breakdown video, unless you want one. I think I make legit full video breakdown on her character if I really, really wanted to. If that's what you guys want. But that's it for the video. This is my first time making a video like this, in this format, and I really hope you liked the video as much as I did making it. But that's it, and I got plenty more coming. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to hear my voice, and you want to hear some more top 5, or some more, girly women history stuff, I got you. Or just any other top list if you want to. But happy Women's History Month. Thank you all for what y'all do, and all that y'all go out of y'all way to do and put up with us guys. Thank you all for watching Wannabe Anime.